Starbucks, I just have one thing to say to you. Fuck you and your high-priced coffee. Besides, y'all put too much whipped cream in my shit anyway.
I made that up.
What's up, you guys? This is Big Zo 20, and I'm back at you with a whole new video. Told you guys I'm going to stay going for long. I actually have other videos that I have edited that I was going to release, but in the wake of Black Lives Matter movement and everything like that, I just want to release something in concordance to that. Now, I will try to keep up with it as much as I can, but you have to understand, you guys, with the way my anxiety is set up and the way my depression is set up right now, I keep up with the news for myself, but I don't want to immerse myself in it. There are plenty of other channels that document these things, such as Lovely Tea, so many other channels that you can look at on YouTube that document what's going on with Black Lives Matter movement. I am in full support of my black brothers and sisters, as well as myself. I am a black male, I am strong, I am powerful, and who the is playing that loud ass music out there? And, you know, RIP to George Floyd. My heart goes out to his family. That's just a no-brainer. But at the same time, you know, I don't want to be the type of person that, like, reporting on this regularly because it really gets me down. I don't know if you guys ever watched that movie called The Secret Life of Bees, but one of the sisters in that movie, spoiler alert, but one of the sisters in that movie, played by that British African actress whose name I cannot pronounce for the life of me, you know, she ends up killing herself because a lot of times when something sad happens, she feels like the weight of the world is on her shoulders. She had like a really big anxiety disorder. And I'm not saying that mine is as severe as hers, but that's how I feel sometimes. So that's just me explaining myself. If you don't see me on my social, for those who do follow me on social media, and those who don't see me talk about a lot about the Black Lives Matter movement or a lot about like what's going on as far as LGBT stuff, blah blah blah. That's the reason why I just try to keep a positive, upbeat. But I will talk about things as they come along, and I want to talk about this story. Starbucks can eat my ass, and not in a good way. Okay, not in a good way. Starbucks, you should have just sat there and with everybody else and been like, I support Black Lives Matter movement, and I'm not going to stop my employees from doing their peaceful protests by wearing the paraphernalia or wearing the merchandise or Black Lives Matter, symbols or insignias, in the restaurant. I'm not going to stop them from doing that. But no, y'all had to come out the coast and be like, oh, y'all can't wear that. Because you want to know why you said you couldn't wear that? Because you were afraid that you were going to piss off your white clientele who's got their panties in a bunch anyway. Because anytime you say Black Lives Matter around a racist white person, it's just, they just can't compute, can't compute. I don't understand. Black Lives Matter, I must be racist. You know, you didn't want to piss those folks off. But what you don't know is that this time around, we have white allies, black allies, international allies, Asian allies. We'll get to Latinos. But, what you don't realize is that there's so much support going on this time. And this time, we're not having it. So then you decide to backpedal, bitch. Then you decide to backpedal and moonwalk backwards and try to say, girl, we were just kidding, girl. We support Black Lives Matter, girl. Yes, what they say in Wakanda? Wakanda forever. Wakanda forever. Arriba. We're not buying it, Starbucks. We're not buying it. I would have had more respect for you if you stood by your fucking capitalist racism. I would have stood by you for that, but this isn't the first time that you guys have been in the news for something racial that happened. Mind you, what happened before, 1 or 2 years ago, where those two black men were just sitting there and they got the police called on them. What happened before was a isolated incident, so I gave you a pass, Starbucks, but now I see that you were just gutted and rotted like the rest of them. Just like the rest of them. And you know what? I do believe that a lot of these businesses are not sincere. I'm not one to pick and choose who are and who are and who aren't. I just feel in my spirit that you're not sincere because you're jumping on the bandwagon now because you see how much support Black Lives Matter is getting. And before, when all these things were happening before, and we were saying Black Lives Matter, you weren't jumping on that bandwagon back then. But now you got big CEOs who are like, oh yeah, Black Lives Matter, we totally support, blah, blah, blah. All you white celebrities, you're in total support. And I'm here for it. I just feel like I don't know who's being for real and who's being genuine and who's being disingenuous. It's just something that plagues my mind. And as a black man in America, you gotta sort out the real from the fake. I don't know if we'll ever be able to fully do that, but it is what it is. Moving on from Starbucks, I want to move on to NASCAR. NASCAR decided that they're going to be removing the Confederate flag from their stadiums, and about fucking time. I'm sorry, and there's so many white people who are upset. So many, I don't get it. Can somebody help me understand? The Confederate flag is Southern pride bullshit. Whether it's Southern pride or not, the fact of the matter that symbol, that Confederate flag represents a time that our people, my people of color, were fucking just victimized and just brutally targeted in this country. And I'm not talking about just slavery. I'm talking about fucking Jim Crow era. I'm talking about lynchings that happened all the way up through the 70s. Like, seriously. There are states now who are just now saying that lynching is a federal crime. That's crazy. It is 2020. This country was built on racism. And this country is still a racist country. And if for all you white people out there and all you ignorant assholes out there who do not believe that, who do not feel that this country is racism, it has a racism problem, who do not feel that this country is racist, fuck you. That's all I have to say. I like how NASCAR responded to this one NASCAR driver was like, this will be my last race. This will be my last race, darling, at the International House of NASCAR. Because, I can't wave my flag proudly. NASCAR was like, "Ooh, bitch, we had to Google who you were and the dozens of fans that you have. You can take them with you. Because you ain't never won no titles. We didn't even know who you were, sweetheart. You were filler. Sweetie, who are you? Who are you?" Moving on from that, Amazon, also got props to Amazon as well for speaking out about, their banner having Black Lives Matter. And the CEO of Amazon was revealing the emails that he was getting as far as people being so upset that, they're saying Black Lives Matter. And they just using the word niggers, and it's just the N-word was just so affluent in the responses. And that moves on to my next point. A lot of racist people are not coming at black people like that no more. I mean, they're still coming at black folks, but they're not so strongly coming at black folks anymore because they're getting called out. What they're doing is they're coming at white people. These racist white folks are coming at white people and saying, our white allies, I should say more specifically. And, if you look at your white allies' comments and things, you'll see them come for them. Oh, you're supporting these niggers and fuck these niggers and blah, 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 blah. And I want our white allies to keep exposing these people. Keep showing their address. Keep showing their place of work. Just keep it common, bitch. Keep exposing yourself, because the more we shame these people for how they're acting and what they believe and what they're doing, the quicker that we can start weeding through this evil bullshit. So props off to Amazon CEO for, posting the responses that he's been getting and just calling these bitches out for filth. So props to all that. I just want to say this. For anybody who watched that video with George Floyd and just considers it an isolated incident, like that one little black boy who hates black people, who always makes these little videos. I can't think of his name. I'm sorry, I'm really horrible with names right now because I really pay these people dust, y'all. Like, I don't pay attention to these people. Like, that little black boy, he's always, like, for the past couple of years, he makes videos about how black people ain't shit. He's like a Candace Owens type, okay? Racism isn't real. Black people are racist. That's his whole thing, okay? And as far as, like, a lot of Latin American people have shown their ass to me, too. And this is not to attack the Latin community. I know there's a lot of Latin support. I know there's a lot of white support. I'm not attacking the white community. But there's been a lot of Latin American people who have started speaking out against black people, against Black Lives Matter, as if they don't see you as another N-word as well. I don't understand what it is with the Latin community and them thinking that they're on par with the white community as far as the same systemic level of thinking. But it's weird. It's really weird. And that's a video for a whole other time. I don't want to run off on any tangents because I have a couple other videos to make, because between work and what I have to do, you guys, this is how I'm going to have to do it. I'm going to have to make a bunch of videos while subjects are on my mind the same day. So you might be seeing me wear the same outfit. And it is what it is, but I just want to get this content out to you. And I want to let you guys know how I feel. Keep the conversation popping in the comments. I love to know what you guys think. Be respectful and love each other and be respectful to each other. You guys, we can disagree on a lot of things, but we can be respectful and kindly disagree on these things, okay? So, with that being said, I love you guys. Live, laugh, love, and let live. Let live. Except for these racist assholes.